We good?
Yep. In again.
All right. So Coachella, Cardi B was, I guess, twerking on stage. Is Coachella the biggest festival in America?
I think it's between that and South.
South. I'm about to say, is it past South by?
I can't confirm it. I think they're both around like the same level. They're just at two different points in the year.
And it's all like different. Like South by is like a bunch of different like shit going on. Like Coachella is like, this is the stage. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's kind of focusing on this one thing.
I don't know. I know in the background, when I was watching that Beyonce shit, I definitely seen a Ferris wheel in the background. So I can't confirm that that's how Coachella is.
I'm saying it's like South by is like a strip. Like it's almost like how like a Mardi Gras type situation where you're just like walking down and it's like,
oh, okay.
You can walk into any situation. Did you watch the whole Beyonce performance?
I watched twice actually.
Do you think she's the best performer in history?
Yeah. But to me, it's like kind of, she's been the best performer. That's my thing. I've been arguing niggas about this Beyonce thing now for about like since like 2011, 2012. Like I had an argument with my mom in like 2012 about Beyonce. Mind you, this is Beyonce.
2012.
Yeah, this is like when the album number 4 was out.
Yeah,
it's like First Baby, all that shit, right? I remember telling her, I was like, it was more of I was ready to give it to her, but I was up for seeing if somebody would,
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, I'm pretty sure Beyonce is like the biggest female entertainer of all time. And you already know the first thing that the only two people who you can like compare her to, as far as like, especially as far as like black entertainers anyway, is Whitney Houston, who couldn't dance, and Janet Jackson, who couldn't really sing that well.
So she was like best of both worlds.
She's literally the best of both worlds. She'll give you a Janet Jackson show and will also give you, you know what I'm saying, the Whitney Houston big world hits. She's been the voice of women for like the past 15 years.
Collectively,
like the past 15 years, dog. How about this? Beyonce's been relevant my entire life. Let me keep it a whole stack. My entire life, Beyonce's been relevant. Since the 90s.
Destiny's Child was, yeah.
Destiny's Child had 2 runs, though.
Destiny's Child definitely had 2 runs. So how do we feel about the other performances, the Cardi B?
See, I'll tell you this. When I was watching Beyonce, I was like, wow, Beyonce is really like the female Michael Jackson. I'm like...
And that's what people were talking about. They were saying, is Michael Jackson a better performer than her?
A better performer?
Like on stage.
I can't confirm it. Like to me, Beyonce puts on a better show.
But individually, like you know what I'm saying, it's arguable.
I don't think, because to me, Chris Brown's a better performer than Michael Jackson. So, you know, that's a touchy subject. You know what I'm saying? Talking to somebody like me, but you know.
How did you feel about Cardi B twerking on stage while she was pregnant?
I thought the funny part of that was how Beyonce, who was supposed to headline Coachella last year,
didn't show up,
but postponed her performance because she was pregnant.
Right.
But Cardi B
said fuck the bullshit
and put on a full-blown like burlesque show at Coachella. And I was like, I mean, if that's what floats your boat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't really think it's too much on my place to really comment on it.
Not in 2018. Not during this women's movement. You out your damn mind.
Not when she got the hottest album in the country. I do like the album though. It's tough.
The album's flames. She premiered like 6 songs off the album.
Do you think this revitalization of like hip hop, because everybody's dropping like right now? Do you think
because of Beyonce?
You think it's because of Beyonce? Do you think it's because of Cardi B's success with her album, or do you think it's just the climate of hip hop?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Everybody's dropping. Like everybody's dropping. Between Drake, J. Cole, everybody's about to drop.
All those people needed to drop.
What do you mean?
When's the last time you heard J. Cole?
Yeah, a minute ago. But why right this second?
Somebody has to do it.
You feel like it was dry or like?
I'm saying what's going on right now is usually how the rap game happens is usually it goes year by year, right? Usually it's 1 year where like all the established artists kill. Mm-hmm. And then usually the next year it's all the up and comers. The up and comers.
The new guys.
Then they come back. You know what I'm saying?
And now it's going quicker, you're saying.
Now it's going quicker, yeah.
So it's like month by month by month.
Almost. Damn near.
Damn near, for real.
These guys are having whole careers in like 30 days.
In like 3 months. Low key. The Lil Uzi thing, I seen like between NBA Youngboy and Lil Uzi, they're both like not getting, I guess Atlantic Records isn't like trying to put their shit out or whatever. Like NBA Youngboy came out like, if you don't put my album out, I'm about to just start leaking songs, this, that, and the third. Like he put out a Nicki Minaj song, not a song with Nicki Minaj on it, a song called Nicki Minaj. Lil Uzi leaked a record. I think one of them was like a Rich the Kid diss. So, I don't know. Like, I feel like niggas are big eating this nigga Lil Uzi's lunch. Like, I feel like this nigga Trippie Redd is about to just be the new Lil Uzi off top anyways. Like,
because he's putting out music on a more consistent rate. And that's where Uzi used to shine.
Used to dominate.
He used to put out a bunch of music. And now, it's like, okay, Love is Rage came out. What have you heard since then?
But that's what I'm saying. You think the label has something to do with it? Because that's what a lot of the talk is basically saying. Like, they not letting them put out music.
Especially at Atlantic. Atlantic kind of owns the rap game right now, if you're paying attention.
And that's what they were saying. They were saying, like, because they're all focusing basically on Cardi B, like, a lot of everybody else is kind of just getting, like, pushed to the side.
Because it's her album run right now. And I didn't pay attention to it until Nicki said it. Atlantic feels like they have a Nicki Minaj, so therefore they're gonna squeeze every bit out of this as they can. Everybody's been trying to get
Nicki Minaj, right?
That's like a franchise player. You feel what I'm saying? Cardi B is like a #1 draft pick, so therefore she's been owning this media cycle almost since like the top of the year. It seems like.
Yeah, and it's fucked up because from my perspective, if NBA Youngboy or Lil Uzi, if they were independent and they dropped anyways, it would still benefit them to drop in this climate right now. I really truly believe that. I feel like they would still get traction. But the problem is Atlantic's not thinking about them. They're thinking about Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking about, we got this and we want to, you know what I'm saying, milk this to the fullest extent before we even focus on y'all. But if they was independent...
But the other thing is independent guys don't realize is ear space, right? That's something that people like Drake, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, they understand those things. That's why when Cardi B dropped the album, the first thing I said was, I'm waiting on Nicki. Nicki's timing on this is going to be very interesting. What I wanted to know was she going to do what most artists do and wait for the wave to end? Yeah. Or was she going to confront her head up? And that's what she did. And right now, Nicki Minaj is hotter than Cardi B right now. Off of Chung Lee and Barbie Tings. Both of those records are hotter than any record that Cardi B has out right now.
Chart-wise.
Chart-wise. And that was the whole point.
But I also feel like when you're on that level, you're competing on that level. But I feel like if you're at an NBA Youngboy or Lil Uzi level, you could still drop right now and just be like, look. While y'all are paying attention to shit, pay attention to me too. I'm over here. Da, da, da.
But here's the thing. Don't come at Lil Uzi or NBA Youngboy.
I'm not saying they little niggas. You know what
I'm saying is, when you look at the scope of things, Lil Uzi, who had a top 10 record, you don't just put him out whenever. Whenever you make those types of things, that's why Lil Pump had Gucci Gang, and it's been a little weight. He doesn't release like he used to anymore. You have to readjust. You have a bigger audience. Now we got to make sure we hit. Stakes are higher. Yeah. Stakes are a lot higher now.
A lot of times you want to come with some news to go along with it. You want to come out with a thing that goes along with it too.
Whenever you get bigger, you see releases come by. You see, look at the way Young Thug's changed.
He used to just drop.
Young Thug used to drop a song almost every day.
But so where does that balance come in though? Because I feel like nowadays it's so like these niggas can miss their window. Like Lil Uzi could wait too long and get.
Lil Uzi has a fan base though.
He has a core fan base. I do agree with you on that. He does have like that Kid Cudi kind of space where he can work.
Power.
Yeah.
He has waiting power.
He definitely has. He has waiting power. I'll give you
and
that.
So does NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy has a fan base, and he's been putting out songs. Don't get it messed up. He's just being impatient. I think with the NBA YoungBoy thing, he's being more so impatient. It's not like, to my recollection, he's been putting out music.
He's been putting out a couple videos and stuff like that. Yeah. I feel you.
He could be in a lot worse of a situation
than he is now. Yeah,
he is now. He has records on the charts. He's releasing videos.
But that's what I'm saying about this climate right now. It's like everybody's trying to like just get a little bit of piece of attention right now. Because I feel like hip hop hasn't been in the space that it's in right now in a little minute.
That's because the lines have been 100% blurred. There's no difference now between an album and a mixtape.
And a mixtape, yeah. You can't just lay low and like drop a little mixtape and keep it bubbling and then drop an album.
No, what I'm saying is mixtape culture has always been I'm a drop. But now, because now they don't live on the mixtape sites or physical copies.
Now niggas are paying attention.
And now they're on these streaming services. Lil Uzi can put out 4 little records and one of those called XO Tour Life becomes the biggest
thing, yeah.
It just kind of happens. So now, you feel what I'm saying? I can hit whenever. So now I'm going to put out all my music. I heard Gary Vee talk about that.
I feel you, but I'm saying even in the last 6 months, it's been kind of like it hasn't been as like a lot of people that are about to drop right this second. Like I guarantee you, as soon as Cardi dropped, I seen like 10 niggas talk about I'm about to drop.
To me, it's always been like that.
Once somebody comes out and gets a lot of attention.
When have we not been in for the last 2 years? When have we been at a state where somebody hasn't dropped every week? I've checked my album. I've checked every week for new album for the past like 2 years.
I'm talking about the heavy hitters. I'm talking about people I ain't seen in a minute.
Because it's time. You always have time. That's what I'm saying. It's always album cycles used to be 2 years, and it went down to 1 year. And now it's about every 6 months. If you don't have a project out every around like 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
And the artists have adjusted to it.
Yeah, niggas is losing it. But that goes back to the whole NBA YoungBoy, Lil Uzi thing. It's like, are they feeling that pressure or are they
Lil
just
Uzi's
like...
definitely feeling that pressure because he's at the end of that window. It's like, we haven't heard from you.
I don't know. I feel like Atlanta is almost like kind of rebel behind Trippie Redd wholeheartedly too, and then plus the Rich the Kid.
Isn't Trippie Redd from Florida?
Yeah, what I'm saying is he's like signed a solid foundation. He's with QC and all that stuff. He was on Yachty's album. He's on Rich the Kid's album, and Rich the Kid's about to drop of the video to Dead Friends. Like you seen the preview on his IG?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like it almost seems like they're kind of like being like, "No, we don't fuck with you right now."
I don't know. I think when it comes to this new climate, you definitely have to ride the wave while it's still happening.
Yeah.
And right now, Trippie Redd is hot. My Lil Uzi's already established. Trippie Redd isn't.
Yeah, I don't think that there's that core fan base
isn't there for
Trippie Redd at all.
So I would give him the most attention right now.
Yeah.
He has to me, he might be one of the hottest right now. But as far as staying power,
yeah, staying power for sure. Lil Uzi.
Exactly. So if I was Lil Uzi, I would understand where I'm at in the world and understand. Don't worry.
Where do you think that cutoff happened though? Because I feel like after Lil Uzi dropped, after the Lil Uzi wave, it was almost like everybody after that stopped having staying power. It was almost like that's when the fast food thing really started to like kick into gear to where like you see a bunch of Trippie Redds, a bunch of niggas who are just hot, and they're like kind of like mascots. They're like kind of characters. They're not really like
because that's how they're popping off, as opposed to a Lil Uzi Vert. who's been grinding for years.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yes, their shelf life is very quick. So the labels are okay. We got to get this money real quick and
right
fast
now. Yeah.
because it's not going to be here next year.
So we like y'all can wait.
Y'all can wait. It's just a fact of the world.
Is that why like artists like NBA YoungBoy get treated like that though? Because they understand like you're gonna be here next year, so we don't have to put you out right this second, but we need to get this money while it's happening right now with these other artists.
Rihanna took 4 years in between albums. I'll just put that out there. Mm-hmm. Between Unapologetic and her last album, it was a 4-year period.
How many years has it been now? 2?
Yes. So now we're looking at Rihanna to drop. But you seen she came out with the Lemonade remix with Drake. She's still around. So even though she doesn't have an album out,
I'm about to say she can stay relevant just by doing the Fenty shit, to be honest.
I'm talking about musically.
She can stay musically relevant.
I'm saying she still has to. She'll make sure that she's like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna stay on IG. Don't worry. When I come back, I'm gonna be the biggest thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I already know who I am. Rihanna waits for Beyonce every time. Every single time. Rihanna does not compete with the Beehive. I've seen that very much so. Because right when it was time for Rihanna to come out with another album, what happened? Oh, damn.
Who's the people that aren't scared of anybody? Like Drake and who else?
Who aren't afraid of anybody?
As far as dropping.
Drake drops based off of a schedule. He goes based off of tours. Like, he goes based off of, okay.
So he's not paying attention to nobody is what you're saying?
No.
Even the Cardi B thing, when he dropped the video on the same day as she dropped her album?
The Cardi B thing, I think, recently Drake's come back out because it's been a while. I told you, Drake, it was very pivotal for him to understand the way he wanted to attack rap music. Because More Life didn't hit. It hit his fan base, and because he's Drake and he has the name, got the numbers and everything like that. But do you remember the songs from More Life last year? As far as the way they impacted culture,
man,
the biggest songs off those albums feel more like
I'm about
Travis
to say the Quavo.
Scott,
Yeah, I'm about to say the Quavo and Travis Scott joint.
Then they
is my
do
favorite.
Drake songs.
That's probably my favorite joint off there.
And I think that's how the world felt. And then you seen last year, what rapper had a bigger year than Kendrick last year? It wasn't Drake. It wasn't Future.
It wasn't anybody for real.
Why? Because he understood this new wave of rap music that's coming out. And I've seen Drake sit back and he tried to figure out where's his place at. So now you come out with the Look-Alives, the God's Plans. That's more on the current based music. And now you see Drake has 3 songs right now in the top 10.
God's Plan, Not Nice for What, and what else?
God's Plan is number 1. Not for what is it?
Nice for What?
Nice for What hasn't charted yet. I think it might. I might have to look at the charts today.
All right, so here's my next question. Do you think that, because I was watching that Bow Wow Breakfast Club, do you feel like this whole Lil era that we're in is going to end up with a lot of Bow Wows 10 years from now or 5 years from now?
He has God's Plan, Look Alive, and Walk It Talk It is a number 10 record. So 3 months ago, Drake was nowhere in the top 10, and now he's 3 records in the top 10.
But going back to the Bow Wow thing, do you think that that's gonna happen?
What?
Like, since we're in the Lil era right now, do you think 5-10 years from now we're gonna see a lot of like Bow Wows, a lot of like the kids that was popping, but now they're like very depressed?
Of course, it's gonna be worse than Bow Wow because they're not gonna have achieved not even a tenth of what Bow Wow did.
Some of them getting some money like him, though. I'll say that.
Not the level that Bow Wow did. Bow Wow won on a major level, and that's the issue that people don't realize. Until I start seeing these kids get movie deals and TV shows and different spin-off, I'm not hearing what they're talking about.
I still feel like Lil Yachty made more money than Bow Wow.
Can't confirm Lil Yachty still hasn't made more platinum records than Bow Wow.
I feel you, but Lil Yachty don't even make money from that like that.
Bow Wow was a red hot star.
He was definitely more pop. He's definitely more popping. Like I'll never argue.
I'm not even talking. I'm talking about as far as what he was doing, be it movies, music.
And he wasn't
TV.
getting them checks like that. Like what they say, he got like 400,000 for like Mike or something like that.
The industry is different. Right?
That's what I'm saying. The industry now. That's my only point. The industry now is like niggas are low key smarter. We gotta kind of, regardless of how, you know what I'm saying, they act, they're a little bit smarter.
A few people are smarter. Things are different now. YouTube and SoundCloud didn't exist.
Yeah, it's decentralized now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I still feel like if you don't know how to like invest and do nothing with that money, like the money you get, like that depression is gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, a different level.
Then what?
And like, if you made a few million and, you know what I'm saying, not saying Bow Wow's in that category, but like, if you made a few million, had a few hit records, you know what I'm saying, had a couple cars, these guys are like, these niggas are wearing like $300,000 like chains.
But that's like all they have. That's what people don't realize. All these rappers are putting so much into the look. It's
because it's the IG phase.
Because it's the IG phase.
Yeah.
So none of these niggas are not. What is their net worth? What are they worth? They spending everything.
They spending a lot, but some of them are getting real checks.
Very much. It's a
like
little.
6ix9ine getting some money.
Right. What does he turn it into? We'll see. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all about longevity.
That's my point. So these niggas don't understand, like you said, the longevity. So when that 5-10 years comes around and they're 33,
when that 5-10 months come around, fuck you mean 5-10 years? I'm not even concerned about none of these guys. I don't see anybody
being popping next year. I feel that, but I'm just saying for their mental state, for just like, because Bow Wow, like, he's said multiple times he's suicidal. He said, like, you know what I'm saying, he said he's been around the world. I hear you on that, but a lot of niggas been around the world a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas have not been on world tours around the world. That's a very big difference. Being the headlining act of a world tour and everybody in this city is coming out to see your face. That's a very big difference.
It's a different level of fame.
It's a way different level of fame. So going from there, and Charlamagne asked him that, going from girls passing out to that's cool. That's Bow Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a different level.
The fame is definitely different. That's a good point. As far as like, they might have more money, but they're less famous.
Because who was competing with Bow Wow? Romeo. We're talking about 2 niggas here. All the rest of these little niggas,
it's a whole
30,000 niggas.
Yeah.
Nobody's becoming an icon.
Yeah, nobody's like a global icon like that.
You know what I'm saying? So when they fall out,
Lil Yachty not even like close to even being like, you know what I'm saying? Not even close.
It's not even close. Lil Yachty peaked a couple of years ago.
Yeah, just his fame level is just like, Bow Wow was definitely like, you know what I'm saying? Your mama knew who she, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bow Wow is a globally recognized.
He was a global. He was definitely a globally recognized face. That's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you.